We just got the full roadmap and blog post for Season 5 for Modern Warfare 2, DMZ, and Warzone 2. First, we're going to go through all the stuff in the roadmap, then we're going to break it down in more detail and go over additional stuff in the blog post. The first stuff we got here is for Warzone. There's some new vehicles, there's a new Champions quest with new rewards, there's some new modes coming, and there's going to be a in-season event that's going to reveal Modern Warfare 3. New stuff coming to DMZ. There's some equipment you're going to be able to find. There's some new missions, and there's going to be friendly bots in game. More information on that later. We've got the new Modern Warfare 2 content. There's 5 new maps. I'm most interested about this one, and if you're a DMZ player, this one's pretty interesting. There's new modes. This one gives you straight up superpowers. There's 3 new events. One of them going to be at the launch of the season. There's going to be a vehicle event. Then we've got a new camo event that comes with mastery camos. We've got 6 new weapons coming. There's going to be 9 new operators coming this season, 3 of them being very interesting crossover operators. We've got Snoop Dogg, Nicki Minaj, and we've got 21 Savage. Yes, you're going to be able to play as these guys in Modern Warfare 2 and as Warzone. There's a new Blackcell Battle Pass. We've got a Shadow Company themed Battle Pass. 4 new operators coming the Battle Pass, one of them being Velikan, then a new operator coming in season. Let's break all this down in detail. If you want to see more rapid style videos like this in the future, make sure to unlock that subscribe button. Now, moving into the blog post, the first thing they talk about is Graves is alive. Obviously, if he's coming as an operator, he's in the trailer and part of the story. No, he didn't die in the campaign. He didn't die in that tank. He's still here, still alive. They give us a little more backstory, but we're going to skip over this due to sake of time. If you want to read this for yourself, it will be in the description, or you could pause. Then we're going to be getting the patch notes. This is going to be the buffs, the nerfs, also the glitch fixes. This is going to be about an hour before the season starts on the 5th is when we're going to get these. Next, they go over the new MP maps, and there's quite a few coming in this season. The first one being Punta Mar, and hopefully I pronounced that correctly. This one's coming at launch. This is a brand new map. This isn't from a previous COD, and it's not cut out of any of the Battle Royale maps. Always nice when we see that. The next one is a familiar map from COD 4, this being Striked. It's now being revamped and added into Modern Warfare 2, also coming at launch. Then we've got some gunfight maps. This one's coming at launch as well. This being Lounge, and I think this is taken from Vondel. It's like a cut portion of Vondel. Then we've got Canal, this being gunfight as well, also coming at launch. Once again, cut from Vondel. The next one is what I'm most excited out of all these new maps. This is DRZ Zone 1. Now, this is going to look a lot like Building 21, but it doesn't appear to be cut out of Building 21 from DMZ. As you can see, it's got sunlight. This appears to be the welcome center above Building 21. So they didn't just cut and paste this. It's completely new, and it's giving a little bit more backstory. And as someone who's played a lot of Building 21, I'm really interested to kind of add on to that and see what the exterior area looks like and give us maybe some more information on Building 21 in and of itself. It's also going to be a small map with fast-paced combat, which is my favorite type of map. However, this map isn't coming till mid-season, so it's going to be a bit before we get our hands on this. Next, they go over the new modes coming to multiplayer, and this first one sounds super fun. Havoc, and this is going to be at the game at launch. This is going to completely change how the game plays. As your squad gets more and more kills, or as your team gets kills, you're going to get different abilities, and you're all going to get these at the same time. So at 12 kills, 24 kills, 36 kills, 48 kills, and 60 kills as a team, you're going to get a random modifier. There's 14 different available modifiers, and here's just some of them. Ammo Feeder, auto reloads a weapon from stock ammo upon elimination. Boots off the ground. Moon Gravity affects only player jump heights, not thrown equipment or ballistics. Flame Shot, flame tip crossbows and Molotovs only. Hero Landing, landing from a big drop causes a frag grenade like explosion around you. Perspective Shift, everyone swaps to third person camera view, and these stack. So as you get more kills, these are just going to keep stacking till the end of the game. I love silly modes like this, and this sounds like it's going to be a ton of fun to play. Imagine playing this mode on Shipment with all these different abilities. Then we've got Big Capture the Flag, which is what it sounds like. It's Capture the Flag, but now it's going to be on the ground war map, so just a lot bigger, and it's going to be 20v20. Next, we've got new gunfight variants. The first one being Gunfight Custom, which is going to have the same rules of gunfight, except you're able to bring in your own favorite loadouts. Then we've got Gunfight Snipers, which is going to allow you to bring in your favorite sniper or marksman rifle into gunfight. Then there's Armored Gunfight, which is like normal gunfight, except now they have armor like you'd have in Warzone, making the time to kill a lot higher. The Sniper snipers and armored gunfight aren't coming till later in the season. Then we're getting face-off 4v4, which is going to be on the small gunfight maps, except it's going to be 4v4. This is coming in mid-season. If this doesn't have a respawn delay, this might be better than Shipment for grinding. However, if it does have a respawn delay, it's probably not going to be worth playing. Next, we've got the new Warzone content, and they start off swinging. The very first thing they go over is the Vondel's Champions Quest. It doesn't say it's coming at launch. It says launch window. So maybe the first week you're not going to be able to do this. This right here is the new Nuke reward. This is a Lockman sub blueprint. It's got tracers. It's got like a nuclear glow to it. This is one of the better blueprints we've seen for the Nuke rewards. Can't wait to test this out. If you want to see us unlock this and test it out in game, make sure to unlock that subscribe button because we'll definitely be getting this. They are making some changes to how the Champions Quest works on Vondel. So it starts off the same. First thing you've got to do, win 5 games in a row. Once you get this, you're going to be able to get the Champions Quest and you're going to be able to activate it on Vondel. This time you're not building the nuke, you're building the MGB, and there's a couple key differences. First, all elements must be held and never dropped, a prerequisite that also applies to the other Champions Quest as well. This means an element can't be dropped in the water or saved to the end. If an element is dropped, it must be recaptured to continue the quest. And secondly, the elements you have to collect on Vondel are different. There's Gallium. Holding Gallium reveals all nearby team members who held it previously, as if you were affected by a snapshot grenade. This one seems like a pretty big debuff. Then there's Detratanium. This fatigues any operator, which includes causing them to cough if they try sprinting. Then there's Nepotanium. This periodically electrocutes all nearby operators, K-wiring vehicles with similar effects to a shock stick. So yeah, the elements are different, which is going to make it where very different strategies are going to be needed to pull off a Warzone nuke on Vondel. I'm very interested to see how this is going to play out. And yeah, it says down here, the Champions Quest in Vondel will be ready for all challengers starting at season launch. So I'm not sure why they put launch window here at the top. So as soon as season 4 goes live, you're going to be able to go for a nuke and you're going to be able to get this bad boy right here if you can pull it off. Next, we have the new vehicles coming to Warzone this season. The first one being the MRAP, that stands for Mine Resistant Ambush Protected. This is going to be the size of a cargo truck, heavily armored, resistance to mines, and it's going to have a mounted gun at the top of it. But to balance it out, it is going to be slower. They said this is going to be rare to find in Battle Royale. They didn't say anything about DMZ, but I can imagine if this gets added into DMZ, it's going to be really scary to deal with. I can imagine teams of 6 getting in this and just using it to hunt down players. So hopefully they balance it by making it pretty slow. That way you're able to just outdrive it. But we'll have to see how this plays out. Then there's also going to be a dirt bike. This is going to be a really fast vehicle and it's going to sit up to 2 players in it. Now, moving on to the new DMZ content, the conflict intensifies. There's going to be a new faction of enemies for you to find in game called the Connie. They're going to be going after the Shadow Company. There's going to be areas on the map called active combat zones where they're completely fighting each other, even calling in kill streaks. So these are going to be dangerous areas to go, but they are going to have higher quality supplies and loot. So they're going to be worth looting. You just got to watch out. It's going to be dangerous. All of the cartel and Al Mazrah and Koschei complex are now gone. They've been taken out by Connie, and they've also found some additional hidden tunnels under the city. So maybe there's new stuff in the Koschei complex. Kind of secretive with this. We'll just have to wait to see. The Connie group have also taken over Building 21. So when you go into Building 21, these are the enemies you're going to be fighting. And yes, Shadow Company operators are now your friend. When you see them in game, they're not going to shoot at you. You're going to be able to see these bots and they're just going to be okay with you being next to them. However, if you attack them, they are going to attack back, which this is a really interesting concept in DMZ, being able to go in and just have bots be kind of chill and walk up to them. And you can kill them if you want, but if you start attacking them, they're going to attack you back. On top of this, DMZ is getting new missions, new urgent missions, and there's going to be some new stuff you can find in game. The Disguise field upgrade is coming back. This was accidentally added at the launch of season 4. You were able to find this for a couple of days. This allows you to disguise yourself as a bot, and as you get close to AI, they're not going to shoot you. This is coming in the launch window. Then we've got Battle Revive also coming in the launch window. This is like an upgraded self-revive. So when you go down and you revive yourself with a Battle Revive, when you get back up, it's going to activate Battle Rage, which is going to allow you to tactical sprint longer, and it's also going to allow you to heal more quickly. So if you're fighting a team and you go down and you use a Battle Revive, you're going to be able to get up and just run, and hopefully you can get to a safer area, and it's going to allow you to live more than a normal self-revive would. There's also going to be a self-revive box, which is going to be like an armor box, but instead of giving you armor, it's going to give you self-revive. So having one of these is going to allow your entire team to get self-revives. Then there is a Scuba gas mask. This is still going to work like a normal gas mask, so you're going to be able to go into the radioactive zone and it's going to protect you, but on top of this, it's going to allow you to breathe underwater for extended periods of time. I wonder if they're going to be adding more stuff underwater in DMZ since they're adding this, because right now there isn't really a huge reason to have a scuba gas mask. I mean, there's a couple missions that make you go underwater, but it's pretty easy to do without a rebreather. I wonder if there's going to be a ton of new stuff underwater to explore with the scuba gas mask, or maybe something they're planning on doing in future seasons and they're just adding this in now. Then they talk about the Modern Warfare 3 reveal event. They say it's going to be in game, but they don't say what mode it's going to be. This is leaked to be in DMZ. They also talk about the Shadow Company and Koschei forces are also going to be there as well. So I assume it's going to be DMZ, which is going to be an interesting way to reveal this. This is going to be happening sometime in the season, and they don't give us more information. There's new modes coming to Warzone. The first one being Armored Rail. This is coming in season. Everyone's going to have their own MRAP. That's that heavily armored vehicle we talked about earlier in the blog post. The goal is to keep your vehicle alive and destroy the enemy vehicles. There's also a new mode called Fort Resurgence coming. They didn't give us any more information on that. And there's a new Resurgence map. Well, it's not really a new map. It's a slice of Al Mazrah. It's Al Bagra Fortress and the area around it. That's going to be in the Resurgence rotation along with Vondel and Ashika Island, giving you 3 different options for Resurgence. There's a new Faction Showdown limited time in-game event. You're going to have to pick a side, either Task Force 1 for 1 or Shadow Company, and do different challenges, unlocking different rewards. The first one for both sides is 50 operator kills. Then after this, you're going to have stuff like finishing move, SMG kills. You're going to be able to get calling cards, weapon blueprints, emblems. Don't worry, you can switch back and forth between sides. So after you finish all the Shadow Company challenges, unlocking all those permanent rewards, you can then go over to Task Force 141, completing all of those. So you're not going to miss out on any rewards. If you grind it enough, you're going to be able to get all of them. Then when we get to the mid-season, there's going to be a new vehicle and camo challenge event. So just like the last 3 seasons, there's going to be a new mastery camo grind. They don't really give us a bunch of information on it. There is going to be some vehicle challenges. I assume that's going to be for the vehicle part of it. The camo challenges is going to be probably like the last few we've seen, where it's get headshots with this weapon, get back shots with this weapon, get long shots with this weapon. Once again, when this comes out, we'll have a guide for it. The Blackcell Battle Pass is returning in Season 5. This time it's going to feature the Shadow Company operators, and it does look like the theme of this one, once again, is going to be black and gold. I'm kind of getting tired of this theme. This is the 3rd Blackcell Battle Pass in a row where it's just been gold and black operators, which looks cool, but it is getting a little bit repetitive. Now we've got the new weapons. The first one being the FR Advancer, which is an FFAR. This is going to be from the Battle Pass. If you've seen the FFAR in previous Call of Duties, this is an AR with a really fast fire rate. We've also got another Battle Pass weapon, this being the Karak .300. This is a WA-2000, another DLC sniper rifle. This one's going to be semi-automatic, might be really good for taking out bots in DMZ. Then we've got the M13C. This is a brand new weapon. It's an assault rifle, and it's the M13B, but it's chambered in .300 BLK rounds. That is the only main difference here. They don't tell us how this is unlocked. This is in season. Maybe this is going to come from the Modern Warfare 3 unlock event. I don't really see the point of this. This is just an M13B. It's still an assault rifle. Didn't change the weapon type, just like the M13B. An assault rifle. The only difference is the ammo type. For most other weapons, this would have just been an attachment. Most other weapons, you can change what the weapon's chambered in by changing the ammo attachment. For this, it's a whole new weapon that you're going to have to grind camos for, probably buy new skins for, new blueprints for. There are 3 other weapons coming in season as well. There is a new sidearm, which from the picture they showed us on the roadmap, looks like it's a 1911. Really excited for this one. This game's missing a 1911. That's going to be a lot of fun to use. There's a new SMG, which looks like it's an MP5 with a special suppressed barrel on it by default. Once again, another new weapon that could have just been an attachment for the MP5. I don't know why they keep making new weapons. I guess it's a new camo to grind, but on the downside, all of the tracers and blueprints you already have for the Lockman sub aren't going to work on this, so you'll have to buy new bundles and get new blueprints if you want to deck out this new SMG. And there's going to be a new melee weapon, this being a pickaxe, which sounds like a lot of fun. Next, we're moving into the new operators, and this season has a lot of them. There's 6 of them coming before the mid-season, and there's 8 that we know about in total. The first one being Oz, born in Central Florida. I'm not going to read through all of this. It is linked below if you want to read the backstory through all of these. There's Graves coming in the Battle Pass. There's Arthur. This is the new Blackcell Battle Pass operator, so he's going to be reactive. We'll talk about that more when there's the Blackcell Battle Pass blog post. There's Mila. There's Velikan, which also an enemy in Building 21. So now you're going to be able to take down Velikan as Velikan. That's interesting. That's the first time we've been able to play as one of the bosses in DMZ. Mace coming in mid-season. Then there's going to be additional limited time operators. These are going to be the crossover bundles. Yes, these are some that we've seen in the past. Snoop Dogg's coming back. Just like in Vanguard, we're now going to have Snoop Dogg. He's going to be his own operator with his own voice lines. Really interesting. Nicki Minaj is also coming into Call of Duty. This is going to be in Season 1. And we're also going to have 21 Savage. These are going to be some really interesting bundle reviews with voice lines and finishers, and kind of excited for these ones. And finally, we have the new prestiges coming in Season 5. You're going to be able to go all the way up to Prestige 21. These are what the prestige icons look like. They're okay looking. I think last season's were a little bit better. They even show you what reward you're going to get for hitting max prestige. This is it right here. It's a cast-off 7 for you. It does look better than the previous season reward, so I can't wait to test that out. And the max level is going to be 1050. This is going to be the first time you're going to be able to have 4 digits for your rank in Modern Warfare 2. So then once again, kind of interesting, but it's just leveling up doesn't take long in this game. Most people are going to be max rank a few weeks in. So yeah, that's it. This is an interesting season. I know this was a longer video, but I wanted to try to cover everything. We've got some really interesting crossovers coming. There's a little bit of content for DMZ, but honestly, the DMZ stuff's a little bit underwhelming. There's a ton of new weapons coming, but most of them are just weapons that we've already seen with additional attachments. And with that, guys, we'll obviously be playing and making videos on all this stuff as it comes out, especially the Modern Warfare 3 reveal event in-game. Out of everything in this, let me know what you're most excited for. Thank you guys for watching. If you want to see more content like this in the future, make sure to unlock the subscribe button. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.